This is DJ Clam Slam, bringing you the news you need and the info you crave. Disco City's Festival of Lights has begun. The annual festival honors the Maiden, one of the three Yuan-Ti goddesses, who represents youth, beauty, music, cheer, and freedom. Today's festivities will conclude with a concert at the Maiden Shrine below the radio tower. Everyone is invited. Until the concert begins, there's a festival going on down on Aba Street with food, games, and hopefully no fighting. These festivals tend to get a bit rowdy, you know. Speaking of rowdy, I'm just receiving word that some adventurers down by the docks had a drunken arm wrestling contest for information about some bird. I also just received this message from Shimmer that says, well, that's interesting. It says that the collector is offering a massive bounty for adventurers willing to do some work, but that I am not to read out the exact details of the work for a few more hours. Well, stay tuned for that. We open on Disco City. Right now, Jasper and Atlas are at the Maiden Shrine. Callie and Nikolai are at Cloak Barfipe's insurance office. MMX and Arch are leaving the docks. What the fuck? Sorry, just loud car going by outside. MMX and Arch are leaving the docks to try and find Commander Groggins and the bird he stole from the collector, which you have been offered just tens of thousands of gold. I forget if it was 20 or 30,000, but a lot of gold to get and bring back after it got stolen. But the one we focus on is Myrna, because fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately, Myrna has found the bird and the Wasp 6 crew that has the bird. Myrna, you see Commander Groggins and two of his soldiers who were definitely there last time. They're keeping watch over this pink bird woman. I don't think you have seen someone like this before. Whatever species she is, it's very, very rare. You can see that there is a metal collar around her throat with a blinking red light. And as you watch her playing a game, Groggins and his men watching over her, you can hear the shouting coming from a few stalls over from a Fort Windhob captain who the audience knows and you guys know because you are the audience, but you don't know who this is. But Deceptor's just over there saying, we cannot give up on finding the test subject. I was put in charge of this one stupid, simple little mission, and I will not fail. Would you tell Honesty to just go back to the fort with your tail behind your legs? No. So don't tell me what I can and cannot do. And he just continues berating his men as our camera pans back over to you, Myrna. You've arrived at the festival. You see Burb. You see the bird. What Myrna want to do?
Well, I guess, don't really have any reason to know we're coming, so I don't need to immediately duck away. Did we ever establish, a consistent way to talk between party members outside of the ship?
You guys don't have that.
We need walkie-talkies.
We need shanding stones. Put it in the budget.
I will add sending.
Can I have one tied to my collar?
You can't talk. It would just be so you
Okay, and?
you want to long distance Lassie, hold on, receiving a call from MMX. What's that? Myrna fell down the well?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I want.
Surely someone has done that, given a phone to their cat so it can beg them for food in the middle of the night.
Wait, actually, there was a guy who trained his cat to call 911 if he was ever in an emergency, and he had a heart attack, and the cat for real called 911 and he lived.
Well, good kitty. But unfortunately, that kitty isn't here. Myrna is all alone. But you see the prize that you've been hired to take. What would Myrna
I guess probably wait until the rest of the party gathers and just tail the target while enjoying the festival.
So you're tailing the target and you're focusing. Give me a stealth roll to have them not notice you.
Ooh, come on, load. shit. Sorry, I'm having trouble with the fucking D&D Beyond just being a piece of crap. That is a 9. That's lovely.
Yeah, that's 9. I think you're probably gonna get spotted. Yeah, with a 15, you're just kind of hiding behind a tree, trying to do, and like you get noticed, and like Commander Groggins, he like snaps to his soldiers, and like they go like keep an eye on the bird as he's walking up kind of close to you and says, "Hey, I see you sitting in the bushes over there. Mind if I ask what you're up to? Think you've been trailing me for a few minutes, and I don't do well with being trailed."
Oh,
Does he just get like a fucking panic attack or something? Like
He has honestly, he doesn't even have that good wisdom. It's just that you rolled a 9.
you are invading my bubble. It is making me uncomfy.
You are following
very
me around.
paranoid.
You said you were trailing me. That is following. So like what's your deal?
I just saw your beautiful lady over there, and I was working up the courage to maybe ask her out for a night at the festival.
And as you say, like your beautiful lady over there, he like you see his hand move to like his holster, but because it's like steampunk, it's like a wand holster, but just moves to it, and he's gonna be like, look, she's not interested. She doesn't want whatever it is you're selling. Not open
Ah,
for a date right now.
fair enough. Not on me to push on a lass like that. I'll
Hmm.
take my leave.
And he has not met Myrna before. I was going to say, wait, wouldn't he recognize? But no, he doesn't recognize you. But he's going to walk back, and he's kind of suspicious. And then, like, you can see like one of his soldiers like murmuring to him, like, what? Oh, you're fucking kidding me! Are you serious? Like, and he like takes like the radio or the sending stone, I guess, and he's like, come, and he's just like talking into it. He got called about something.
Guys, what if we
But
just take their sending stones and save on the budget?
you've got to stop robbing
money.
these. He said the next time you robbed him that he would shoot you out of the sky, and you stole his hat. MMX stole his hat.
This isn't gonna be pretty when a drunk MMX excitedly jumps on the Myrna.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh
I feel
god,
like
drunk MMX. What is MMX going to do
Yeah.
when he sees Callie? I'm scared.
Oh god,
He's
there are.
probably gonna climb Callie like a tree and squeeze her to fucking death with his tail.
I just
Oh
realized
lord.
the rest of the arc is going to take place like mild spoilers. It's not going to be like a day before you get into combat again. So like we have drunk baby MMX just going around.
I can't wait to cause 50 times more mayhem than I was going to cause while sober.
Okay. And like Myrna, you can just overhear as he's like whispering to his soldiers, like says that okay, that was Radio Jimmy. He says one of the Luna Eclipse crew, that like annoying little thief they had, like threatened to kill him and knock out Psy and are coming here to kidnap Rio. So you got let's keep on guard. Make sure no one is up to anything. And like you see Bird Lady, like I want to go play at that game over there where you throw the ring at the toss, and the captain's like, no, we're heading back to the ship. We're going lockdown, okay? And does Myrna just want to keep hiding?
She'd probably just grab some food on a stick and then head for the rooftops to trail them.
Okay, so Myrna, what food on a stick do you get as you're hiding on the rooftops?
What is the festival delicacy?
Hot dog
Okay,
on
so it
stick.
probably isn't meat because we've
Hot dogs on a
established
stick, but they're stabbed the horizontal way.
horizontal corn dog. And it's corn, like not cornmeal.
Maybe
It's
the
like,
Korean cheese dogs.
I was going to say
Corn
it's
dog
like
the
green corn
long
instead of
way.
like cornmeal.
No,
You're
they're all
eating-
composed of Jonathan Davis's skin flakes.
Who the fuck is Jonathan
The
Davis?
singer of Korn.
Now you know.
Okay, so you're eating a T-shaped Korean cannibal hot dog is what we decided after adding all that up. You're sitting on a rooftop, and as you're sitting on this rooftop, you can see Arch and MMX coming, but because Zane is not here at the moment, I feel like MMX just like bursts ahead of Arch and is like just bounding into the festival to try and find food.
Oh yeah. He's probably
Oh,
just like full sprinting through, like causing so much mayhem because he's at max speed. And as people are like, oh my god, whoa, look out. And as he's causing all this chaos, he's using his tail to like take the food out of people's hands.
Okay, so let's put you in the middle, just causing chaos. Give me what is the causing chaos rule?
I feel like that's just a. Can it just be like a percentile die? Get the 100?
Sure, that will determine how much chaos you cause.
See how bad this gets. Aw. Okay, it's only in the 40s. It's not that exciting, you guys.
Yeah, you've only destroyed 40% of this festival. You've only destroyed 44% of
No.
this religious festival.
44%
The
casualty
maiden is
rate.
going to curse you. You're going to get a tumor.
Okay, but isn't the maiden all about fun? How could she look at this creature having the most fun it's ever had in its entire life and not think, that looks so fucking awesome, I'm gonna bless him?
The maiden like shines light on you, and you become slightly less drunk as a reward for causing so much chaos.
It's not chaos, it's revelry. He's having
The reward should be
fun.
more drunk.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, he should just get more drunk.
Okay, you become even more. Actually, the maiden, like you're sitting there, and then just this offering from this gift from the maiden, like a plate appears in front of you, and there's
Can
just a
it be like-
line of white powder.
Oh, cocaine! Let's go!
I was gonna ask for like alcoholic chocolates, but yeah, no. MMX would absolutely snort a line, but he doesn't know how to, so he just starts gobbling it up.
It's edible cocaine. It's okay.
Oh my god.
It's
so-
fentanyl. It's fentanyl.
Oh my god, yeah, it's Fent. Holy shit, he just slurped up a bunch of Fent.
MMX is gonna die.
MMX is
No,
going to die.
no.
What if MMX's next mutation, instead of xenomorph acid blood, it's fucking edible cocaine blood?
It's fentanyl blood, which means you have the special ability to make any cop that goes within 100 feet of you faint. You know, you're causing the
Fuck
fucking chaos.
yeah.
Arch has been left in the dust, so can't like lecture you about this, but you're causing this fucking chaos. And Groggin's like, is shit, they're here. And he like stands in front of the bird. The bird is named Rio, by the way. He said that a few times. And-
Does MMX notice the bird?
Give me a perception check, but Groggin's like is pointing at his men and like, take it out. Use non-lethal because we're in a city and murder is illegal. These
I got
guys
a
are-
19.
So you see pretty pink bird over here. You see two men with like shock sticks coming in to get you. And also we just pan over to over here where like one of Deceptor's goons runs up to him and he's like, "What? You're telling me that you saw down by the docks. You saw the test subject down by the docks and you didn't grab it? I don't care that there was some Citadel pricks guarding it. You imbeciles. And then he just turns and he sees that you're here, and he's like, excuse me, it's here, let us grab it. So, should we go into initiative for MMX causing chaos?
I would like to. I think that MMXing the pretty bird lady would be like love at first sight. You said it's like a hot pink ass bird, right? Like, yeah. This is probably the most colorful thing MMX has ever seen, and he's so fucking excited about it. I think he would full sprint for her.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so before you reach her, as you're like sprint, first off, you're gonna like the soldiers are going to try and stop you, but as you're running for Rio, is Myrna gonna do anything or just like, this might as well happen?
I mean, it seems like chaos is about to fucking erupt, so might as well figure out some sort of signal method.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Sleet Storm.
Okay, so you're just wrecking the rest of the fest. All of you are gonna get banned from Disco City. They're gonna put up a big sign by the docks that says "Not allowed," and there's a picture of Myrna, and there's a picture of MMX, and there's probably a picture of Arch, although he isn't here right now. So where is the sleet storm coming down, and what does that cause?
How big
God.
is this fucking thing?
These
40
poor
foot.
people at the festival.
All
Okay,
all
20.
I could think of right now is like, man, given how Gizmo was, I like thinking about what's happening from the perspective of Callie. I understand Zane's pain now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a good thing when I'm the voice of reason in a party.
All right, where do
Okay.
we want this? Where do we want this? We got this big.
Okay. And I'm looking up the spell. How much damage are these people being
It does
injured or just
0
like
damage. The
Okay, so you're
ground
not
is
killing them,
difficult
you're just
terrain.
Okay. And it is
Heavily
40
obscured.
foot radius? That is the
No,
That's
it's a 40
everything.
foot tall, 20 foot radius cylinder.
20
So-
foot tall cylinder with a 40-foot radius.
No, it's the other way around.
Then roll 20 is wrong. Or did they change it in like 5.5?
I'll look it up.
Hold on.
No.
Son of a bitch, they reversed like they made it go from a chode to like a tuna can. Like they completely reversed the size of the cylinder 10 years later. But anyway, now there is a sleet storm here over Groggins and his men and MMX. And let's say that was Myrna. Myrna will be the top of initiative. And then next up, MMX gets to do something. What is MMX going to do?
So I think that he's going to run up to the birdie and then sit all pretty with like his chest puffed out and offer her the hat with his tail.
I'm so sorry. Make a deck save.
What the fuck?
Circle mode.
You telling me I'm gonna eat ass?
You have
You might-
Well, you time to
advantage.
run through a sleet
I do.
storm.
You're right. Where did my die go? I got
I don't know. They are drunk. Do they have advantage?
Unless incapacitated. Okay.
So then the question becomes: is how drunk are they?
I got a 17.
To be fair, MMX did really good on the con saves against getting drunk, so I think with the 17 and like the good con saves, MMX, you just like it's all frozen and like, and I feel like you just ice skate through it and get
Fuck
right up to the
yeah.
bird. And I feel like you're next to Groggins, and he's like, "Oh God, sudden snow! What the hell?" And like, is that my fucking hat? Is that my fucking hat?
MMX does not care about this motherfucker. He's just staring very intently at the bird lady holding the hat, giving her his
like-
best puppy dog eyes. Like, please take the hat. Please take the hat.
Why, thank you for the gift, little one. I very much accept. I Rio, and look, see, now I've got a little hat. And Groggins is just fucking fuming, and he's like, get to his men, like, get over here!
After she accepts his gift, he's gonna like pace like circles around her and then sit next to her and wrap both of his tails like around her.
Okay,
But like,
and I
like loosely. Like he's just like it's like putting his arm around her shoulder, but with his tail. Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to do a spell on you. Let me look at my list of spells that
A
this guy knows.
spell on me?
What? Yes!
Stop that! I'm trying to do my best creature riz.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
What the fuck?
You are a wild animal that's running up.
Got an 11.
Okay, so you are now hold personed as he like points his wand at you. You are held person,
Wait.
held down.
Actually,
I'm not a person!
wouldn't it be?
Hold
Are
person
you-
specifies humanoid.
Holds creature!
No, we are
Holds
not going down this route.
creature!
Yes,
You
we
are-
are.
There's a
Yes.
specific spell for holding creatures and a specific spell for holding humanoids.
Yeah, there
I mean,
is. There's a
Mimic-
very there's a very important distinction between the two because one is like 3 spell levels higher.
Okay, Simic hybrid. It says on Simic hybrid humanoid. Ha.
Yeah.
You look
I'm
at
just-
fucking
I'm
MMX
just-
and tell me they're a humanoid.
MMX is 0.01% human DNA that is a part of his like test tube genetic makeup. Being
I want to see
egoistic
MMX is
against him.
23 and me.
Oh my god, dude.
So I imagine this would be like Myrna like fighting against like 2 different dudes at once to like try and get the bird. And no, it's just the worst fucking cat. It is the worst.
I'm rizzing up the bird. You can't tell me the bird's not gonna want to come with us after this. Mind you, MMX doesn't know that we want the bird. He just saw the most beautiful thing he's ever seen in his life and he wants it.
Okay, so you are hold person. What's that's the symbol. And Grogan and like Rio's like, Captain, I don't think that this thing is any threat to me. And he's like, trust me, you don't want this thing. And like as he's doing it, like you see his soldiers are coming in to try and tie up MMX. So when hold
Dex
person
save,
drops,
Dex save.
all right, the dex save for these fuckers.
They better slip and fall and eat ass. I don't want to be
What's
tied
the save
up.
on that?
16.
Okay, they both slip and fall and eat ass.
They're all prone and they lose concentration and fuck them.
Yeah, to be fair, Grogan saved at least. Like,
I live
Oh, wait,
another day
hold
to
on, I
not be
didn't roll for
tied
drop.
up.
is it if you try and move or if you start your turn?
When you start your turn.
Okay, so Grogan's like holds person and MMX is like done because like I didn't do it on his turn. But then like he's like holding it and Rio's like, oh, I don't think it's a threat. And he's like, trust me, this thing, you don't want this thing. Ow, what the fuck? A piece of hail just hit me in the head and I dropped concentration. Oh no, the MMX is free. Oh no. Okay. And it shall then become the turn of those Fort Windhaupt guys who are like, there it is! The experiment! Get it! And like they're fucking running in and okay,
They all
it's
have
this,
to make Dex saves.
I know. Is Deceptor. Okay, so Deceptor has +6 to dexterity. He rolled a nat 1, so he just sprints in and he slips and he falls on his face like a fucking idiot.
This is literally like a cartoon ass fucking episode scene that's happening right now.
Okay.
This is some Scooby Doo level tomfoolery.
Okay, and his
It's such
soldiers are
silly
gonna
stuff.
stay out of the storm, just at the edge of it, and he's like, get it, you fools! As we go back to Myrna.
Uh, yes, Myrna's just gonna sort of peek around, assess who's still flailing, and yeah, this is as good a time as any to just go and grab the bird. Let's see. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is there anyone in this cart?
Let's say there isn't.
Okay. I'm going to just drop down and I'm going to fucking Breath of the Dragon for my attack action.
Okay. And the storm sphere, or not storm sphere, that's a different spell, but the like bad weather is still there on their turns,
It is,
right?
it's concentration.
Okay, so you breathe like magic on them. I assume that's a dex save for these losers.
It is Dex 16.
Okay, that's gonna be okay. That's a nat 20 to balance it out for the Scepter, but his 3 minions are full damage. How much damage is that?
It's gonna be 14. 14 lightning.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll just get in there and start cleaning house. Bonus action, activate my 1 tattoo. So now I have extended reach and a 1d6 bonus, and then I'm going to use my final attack action to just do an extended punch.
I do like the these aren't even the guys that you were paid to like steal from. These are just some guys you ran into at the festival.
No witnesses. No witnesses.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those campaign. Okay, roll to punch and also tell me which one you're punching.
Let's be silly. Let's do wrap around and hit fucking Jesus Christ, roll 20. Red.
Okay, roll to punch red.
Gonna be 17.
Oh, that hits him.
Gonna be 10 plus 1d6. 5. And then you know what? Let's just get silly. I'm gonna burn focus point and make it a stunning strike.
Okay, so this guy, there's like a there's a fist shape indent in his face right now, and also he's just completely stunned.
That's my turn.
Okay, and then it's MMX. You've given Bird hat.
Yes, and after being held person, he is now an Inky Inky boy. So he immediately goes into a rage. And let me make my deck saves because I am gonna move right here. If I don't save, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I got a 18.
That's
Thank
good.
God for advantage because I wasn't going to meet that with my other roll. And I am going to attack with one of my tails. I'm going to attack this rat bastard, this one right here, who had the audacity to cast a spell on me. And I have advantage actually because he is prone. A 19 to hit.
19 will hit. Roll damage.
All right, that's 56. 11 bludgeoning, I believe. And he has to make a grapple check. So he has to make a strength save.
Okay, that is 7.
Okay, I don't remember what the DC is for new grapple, but I don't think that beats it in any way, shape, or form.
It's still just contested.
I thought it wasn't contested.
No, it is.
Stop contesting whether or not it's contested.
What? I thought without that, now they have to make a save against something plus something plus something. Oh,
No.
8 plus attacker's strength modifier plus attacker's proficiency bonus.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not
So-
telling my other
So-
DM that.
8
You
plus
shouldn't have
5
told-
plus 3. Which
that
is
fails
still-
anyway, and you should not have told me that, because that's so... Why is grappling always famously the thing overcomplicated in RPGs?
Because
But, I mean, a 16 DC is not bad. And I will use my other tail because I get 2 attacks now at level 5 to hit, I guess this one.
Which one? Oh, you're hitting
The
him
red
again
guy?
when he's down?
No,
Okay.
I have this one.
Which one?
The man with the hat. Mr.
Oh,
Groggins.
God, your poor
So
Grogan.
he's now grappled. And
Okay.
I will now roll to hit the other guy. Oh, nat 20.
Let's go. What was that?
What? My hee hee? You didn't look
Yeah.
that?
No, it was just like it was just so out of nowhere and so like faint.
How much is Citadel Red gonna take?
Oh, those are really tragic rolls. It's also an 11. I got a 1 on my die. This is
Oh
so
no, you're
fucked
not
up.
killing these strangers.
And he also
Does
needs
being-
to make a DC 16 strength or dexterity save.
Okay, DC 16. 22! Ha! Red isn't grappled.
He is not grappled. Okay, well, MMX will, angrily slobber drool on Mr. Groggins. And that's his turn.
Okay, well now it's Groggin's turn. And Groggins is... Does
Broken
MMX...
and grappled.
MMX doesn't speak English, does he? Like, you wouldn't understand if people tried to talk to you.
I think he mostly understands, like, body language and, like, tone of voice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he can look at you and get the vibe that I don't... command's not gonna work. This guy doesn't know shit.
I
Shit,
mean,
what can he do?
technically, on my sheet, I understand common, but that's because it has to be on my sheet. I don't have a choice.
Okay, he can... Ooh, can you Misty... You can Misty Step when grappled, right?
Raw, yes.
Okay, and you don't
What
take
does that mean
MMX.
for me?
You don't get
to
affected.
grapple this poor gnome man.
Man.
So he is just going to Misty Step out of your grapple, and then I feel like he's going to do a Ray of Frost on you. What is the DC of, or the AC of MMX?
It is 14.
Okay, that is 21 to hit, so you are going to take, let me roll, Ray of Frost damage.
Oh.
It's 1d8 cold damage. You
Oh,
take
yeah, that's
7 cold damage. And is MMX smart enough to know it's not because of it snowing? That's the real question.
Well, he's in a rage right now, so I don't think there's any thoughts going through his head other than beat ass.
I'm cheering against the party right now.
Why?
I don't know. You guys are... Because MMX doesn't even know why he's doing it.
Okay, the guy used a spell on him and then beat him up.
Yeah, you beat him up first!
Also, he's drunk and on Fent, and also, no, he didn't.
Yeah,
He
you
used
did,
cold
Casey.
person on
You
his
can't
wrist.
call us bad people when you gave an animal that doesn't know better fentanyl.
I'm calling.
I didn't give
PETA.
an animal fentanyl! God gave an animal fentanyl!
And you're God!
Who's God?
MMX is
Casey, you're a
literally
bad
in
fucking
an
person.
alcohol and Fent fueled rage right now. He was having a good time. He just wanted to give the pretty lady a hat, and this guy had the audacity to put a person on him.
Okay.
And also consider the fact that MMX is a literal child. Can you imagine how uncomfy it would
Yeah,
be for a drunk
that-
child to be unable to move a single
Who's
muscle?
fault
That's
is
a
it that
good
you're
point.
drunk?
Not
Oh,
only
fentanyl.
did you give an
Explain why.
animal alcohol and fentanyl, you gave them to a baby as well.
Hold on. Actually, the alcohol was Zane's fault. Arch gave MMX the alcohol.
Okay, I'm deciding that right now, coming back from the temple is Atlas and Jasper, and also coming back from the insurance office is Callie and Nikolai. So it
Yeah, they
isn't
didn't
just
see the
MMX.
40-foot tall cylinder of sleet that's been there for 3 minutes.
Yeah, Callie. So as Callie, Jasper, Atlas, Nikolai, you're walking in, and you just see in the distance like giant cylinder of cold and like screams and fighting. And do you assume it's MMX?
I mean, I don't think I'd assume it's MMX, but I would be rushing over to try and see what the commotion is and see if people need help.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
do we know that
go.
Myrna has Sleet Storm?
No, I don't. Do we
It's
know
a
Myrna
new-
can
going
cast
and we're
spells?
God damn it, Myrna.
I
Myrna
don't-
casted Wind Wall.
Oh,
I've done
true.
minor wind shit. This is new.
So let's say I don't want to make you roll because the others aren't in initiative. Let's just go in like dexterity order, which I think would be Nikolai's turn now.
Wait, what's Nikolai's dexterity?
Wouldn't it be?
Let me check real quick. It's
Actually,
50.
you're right. You're
I have a
You're
20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's not high.
Why is your dexterity low? You're a rogue.
I know.
Okay. So
Um,
Callie can go first then.
yeah, I will go here. Does this give me line of sight on red? Or is this stall, like, in the way?
Let's say that there's like a hole in the stall. And to be fair, you don't know what's going on. You just know MMX is beating up a random man.
I mean, but I see him, like, going after MMX.
You also know MMX is not violent by default. Okay,
That's bullshit.
So
Didn't you
someone-
know
No,
that?
that is
no.
true. That is true.
MMX has been around plenty of people and just been like okay with it.
And I also don't know that MMX is on fentanyl. So, like, I can't consider that as a possibility that their actions are influenced by drugs. So with
Actually,
that,
you know what?
Hmm?
I just realized God didn't give you fentanyl. God gave you cocaine, and you decided to be funnier for be fentanyl. So I'm innocent in this.
No.
I don't think
No,
cocaine
you
would have been
suggested that it
any
was
better.
fentanyl.
Yeah, you suggested fent first. Also, cocaine would not be any better. I'm a
That
bit.
would not hold up in real life at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So-
only gave cocaine to the baby, but chat just thought it would be funnier if I gave it vent.
The concept of saying chat did this is
Oh my god, that's gonna be like the new crazy thing now. Chat made me do it.
A fucking chat.
Anyways,
Okay, so
huh?
just go.
Okay, Hunter's Mark, and I'm going to fire at red. That I get 2 attacks because multi-attack now.
I'm just before you roll going to ask: are you trying to kill these guys in public?
Nah, Myrna's
they're
not
attacking my pet.
Well, your pet maybe. You don't know what your pet's been up to. Are you going for lethal on the Citadel soldiers?
So the thing is that you can only specify non-lethal on melee attacks.
Well, I hope you roll low. Because otherwise, that might be a problem.
All right, the
Getting,
first
arrested.
we'll do one at a time. The first one is an 18 to hit.
I'll hit, roll damage.
Hey, I did roll low. So that's +6. So that's 9 piercing.
Okay, that's... Oh, but you have multi-attack.
Yeah. But I'm going to I want to try and like fucking kneecap him. So yeah. Then I mean, if you'll let me do non-lethal, like shoot him in the legs, then I'll take it. But raw, that's not how that works.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you
So shooting in the legs
cripple
is
him
very
instead of
much not
killing him.
lethal.
Roll
Ooh.
to ruin this man's life.
19.
Not.
Okay, that'll hit. Roll damage.
8 plus 6 is 14. So that's.
Yeah.
I don't think damage types matter, do they?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Then that will be my turn.
Okay, next up in the causing chaos is Nikolai.
Okay, I'm up here.
Where's my fucking
And-
bird?
It's not even your fucking bird.
It
Okay,
lit. No,
1,
no. I have a bird. There's also another bird.
Arno?
Oh,
Arno.
I'll bring in Arno.
So
Let me
I'm gonna
grab
use
an-
bonus action dash to move 6 more tiles.
I do like that for some reason I was like, yeah, I like this name. And then I looked up what the word Arno like is equivalent to in English. Callie did just name her bird Arnold.
And here I am just gonna be, I saw Callie run off. I see these fucking goons, and I'm just going to use my action to say, please explain what the fuck is going on, and it had better be a good response. I ready my rapier and my dagger, but I have not pulled them out yet, and that's my turn.
Which group are you directing your what the fuck's going on to?
Which purple green? The
Oh,
ones
wait.
that are
Oh, no,
in
sorry.
that
You can finish
pile.
your turn.
Yeah, I'll say that Orange turns back and's like, "Hey, it's those guys stole our cat and we're trying to get it back. Please help us get our cat back, sir."
Before I ended my turn, can we just say retroactively that Callie, after firing the arrow, was like, hands off my fucking cat!
Well, if you say that, then Deceptor's gonna shout, "It is my fucking cat! Thief! Give it back!"
And if he says
He's
that,
still
I'm just gonna respond. I'm afraid that cat is a part of my crew. We can talk about this, but that cat is spoken for. Put your weapons down. We're civilized
Oh,
folk.
when did MMX get married? That's so cute.
What?
What does that mean?
You said they're spoken for.
Oh, I understand now. Well, whoever it is, I feel sorry for him. Good
What?
luck.
Okay. Next up in the initiative is Jasper, who's running in. You see the chaos, you hear your crew shouting. What's Jasper gonna do?
Jasper will go ahead and dash all the way to the middle of these guys. And he'll just shout, "You all better calm the fuck down before I knock you out."
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, -1.
It would have been so funny if Jasper went, nobody fucks with Callie's dog.
We're not letting that die. I'm going to say that these guys are kind of scared, but Deceptor is still like, "Bring me the animal." Okay.
Alright, that's all he can do.
It becomes the turn of Jasper.
Nope.
It becomes the turn of Atlas. I can't read.
Nope.
Yes? Yeah, it's Atlas, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's me. I'm gonna come in. I'm going to see what's going on. I'm just like, oh, so this is what's going on. I don't want to be a part of this. Not during the festival. Let's see, what can I do? Spells. What can I do? Spells.
I was almost expecting you to drop that line and then just start walking away.
Trust me, I was considering it.
That would have been so funny. Callie would have been so mad, but it would have been so funny.
all of my spells will either heal or kill people, so not doing that. Trying to get through this peacefully. I would like to try and persuade everyone to stop fighting.
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay. That's a 24.
Okay, I feel like with your
Everyone need to stop fighting. This is a festival day, and if you continue to disrupt the festivities, the maiden is going to turn your bones into musical instruments and like build a harp out of your bones and use your ligaments as the strings. You do not want that.
Okay, I feel like with your 24 and a little bit helped by Jasper's 15, the Fort Windhaupt guys, they can see they're outnumbered and are kind of scared and want to run away. And the Citadel guys and Groggins don't want to fight. The Scepter might be a problem unless someone beats some sense into him. But this probably doesn't end with everyone killing each other because of your persuasion.
Yay!
Okay, I feel like the grappled Citadel guy's gonna shout, "Let me go! And we don't have to fight. Just stop choking me. Make your cat stop choking me."
That one saved.
Oh, good. Wait.
They're just on the floor. They're just prone.
And he's like, "Stop! Your cat's being the shit out of me." And also, apparently, your guys were evil to our crew, and God, you're making all the Citadel guys fucking losers. They're all gonna be Jimmy by the end of the session. Because you just bully them until I default to my scared loser NPC model.
Well,
But
that's your fault.
I feel like these guys are gonna crawl out of the ice and put their shock sticks away.
I think
Is MMX going to opportunity attack them?
No, I think MMX, upon seeing Callie, would end his rage and full sprint jump on her, like jump into her arms.
You can do that on your turn. But I feel like the Windhelm guys, they aren't gonna attack. You know what? I don't think they like their captain very much. I don't know if they're willing to die for him. He seems like a dick. And I originally planned him to be a dick, but then on the random names, you guys rolled the Scepter, and I'm just like, oh, this guy has to be Saturday morning Skeletor villain.
Did what you had to do with that information, for real.
But I will say that the Scepter is going to crawl to his feet. He is going to pull like this whistle out of his pocket, and he's going to say, 4268, cease your madness, and he's going to blow on this whistle. And MMX, your mind, as you hear this whistle, your mind races back to memories of needles and surgeries, of cold metal cages and food that was never enough. And give me a wisdom saving throw.
It's all over. A 7.
Oh no.
Oh, MMX, this is kind of like narrative instead of mechanics, but I feel like as he blows this whistle and you get the trauma flashbacks, you just go completely catatonic and don't move, as like this guy is going to walk up and he's going like pull his sword out, and he's like, I can do a little damage without killing you, and he is going to make a stab on MMX.
That's just rude.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Actually, no. Let's say it's not his rapier. Let's say he pulls out a whip and he just whips you and deals 5 slashing damage with his whip.
Oh, so he's kinky.
You round up. You round up on.
No.
You said you stopped raging when you saw Callie.
But you said I could do that on my turn, and then it wasn't my turn.
Shit, you're right. Okay, so like you're still in like you're scared, but you're in your powered up form, so it's like only deals 2 damage. after you get hit by the whip, but it hurts a lot more just because of the trauma as it becomes Myrna.
Also, rapier and whip. Hello, Clementine.
Yeah, no, she
Welcome
was
back,
steady and
Clementine.
well.
Harper died 2 campaigns ago. Born today.
Born
I'm
to
gonna
Scepter.
kill her again.
You know, he is
No!
Clementine because he's the fucking worst, and no one is going to mourn when he dies.
Clementine
You're
was
so
born. She
mean.
has
Not
a
true.
whole statue. This is true. She has a statue and a whole gambling den named after her.
I need to kill more of your characters, but I feel like seeing you get like the nice cat that was friendly with Rio, being like whipped by this scary man. Rio is gonna freak out and like, all right, have wings and try and fly away, and she's flying into the air, and we'll deal with her in another turn as it becomes Myrna's turn. You see MMX getting beaten by this guy.
No, I don't like that. I'm gonna cast Levitate on him.
Yeah.
Non-lethal spells!
wha-
Non-lethal spells!
So, what is the purpose of you casting Levitate?
You can't beat MMX if you're 20 feet in the air.
Is he just gonna like float away like?
Like a balloon.
Like Harry Potter 3 in the beginning.
Is there any save against this?
It's a 16 DC con save.
Okay, 16 DC con to see if this guy just blows away. 12. Okay, so actually, how I think this is going to go is he like he just like floats up, levitating like a balloon. Like, what the fuck? What's happening to me? And he like floats. He floats into like the still on. Wait, is levitate concentration?
It is.
Okay, good. Actually, let's say that like this storm, like stopping, like that causes like an air pressure shift, and it just like pushes him away as the storm disappears, and he's just floating away, and he's like, "You haven't heard the last of the Scepter Lugner! Minions, catch me when I fall!" And he's just fucking floating away. And well, that's one way to defeat a villain.
That bastard
like-
better float and fall into the
And I feel like
abyss.
his minions just run to like try and catch him, and this like fucking peel off gang losers like disappear. But unfortunately, we do have one more thing to do, as Rio is still panicked, like trying to fly, get away from you, and Groggins is like shit, and like you see as Rio flies higher and higher, and then once she gets like 50 feet in the air, she screams as lightning runs from her collar into her body, and then she stops flying and she starts falling, and Groggins is going to shout, "Someone catch her!" And who wants to like run and try and catch her?
I want to run and try and catch her.
MMX would do it if he wasn't currently reliving every single one of his bad memories.
Let's
Oh
see,
my
I
god,
guess
I could make it without even
Stop, we have
dashing.
something to focus on.
I'd say Eeny, meeny. Let's give it anyone who wants to try and catch the bird gets athletics. Whoever catches her gets the athletic. Whoever is the highest athletics is the one who catches the touchdown.
Man,
Can
totally
I-
caught her too.
Can I
Okay.
make an acrobatics check as like I dodge and instead like because I have to like dodge and weave through all this shit to catch her?
I'm gonna say no because I feel like catching someone is a big strength thing.
I mean, yeah. Ooh, dirty 20.
I got you.
30-20. What's Jasper gonna do?
Callie already caught her.
Never mind. Okay, so Captain Bardot, just like bird land in your warm, loving. Well, I guess I don't know loving, but you catch unconscious bird lady in your hands. Oop, hold on. Send to back. You catch
Okay,
Rio. And Jasper can catch the hat.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'm gonna, like, I guess just, like, gently put her down, propped up against, like, whatever this thing is here.
Okay, and I feel like Groggins runs into start getting vitals, and you can also see like MMX. What does MMX do while catatonic? Like, what are you curled up in a ball? Or are you just shaking?
Really good question. Yeah, it probably has his like tails tucked underneath him and he's shivering.
Yeah, I
Or
think after doing that and seeing MMX, Kelly immediately shifts to focus on MMX. And just, like, very gently gives him pets. And yeah, just kind of tries to be, like, comforting.
Okay, so you're comforting the cat, and I feel like Groggins is going to shout out like, any of you know any healing spells? That doesn't really come with my class list.
He says the class list part.
I don't know. I've been reading too much Order of the Stick lately. I don't know any healing spells. Anyone at all? I know that some of you do.
Only one of us does.
I know your class
I like to
list.
imagine that everybody is just dead silent. Nobody wants to help him.
Callie, actually, no. I have healing too, but I don't, like...
Yes.
Uh,
Imagine it's like the classic trope scene of like you're on an airplane, man's having a heart attack, and someone shouts, "Is there a doctor here?" But you don't say anything because
okay.
you don't like talking in social situations.
I guess, like,
Huh?
while still paying attention to MMX and, like, trying to help them out, Callie will, like, reach behind her and cast Cure Wounds on the bird.
Okay, bird injured, but bird awake and breathing.
Didn't mean to do that. Sure, I guess I don't want to fish for my D8, so 18 health. Wait. Okay, actually, it's just rolling wrong. That's not how much health they should heal. So I will fish out my D8s because I don't think I have it set up properly anyways.
Okay, well, you roll that. Alex said that Jasper is comforting cat. Anything Nikolai, Myrna, Atlas want to do right now?
Sheepishly clean up the horrible mess we made.
Yeah, it is just there. Just trying not to say anything right now. And just like thinking to myself, well, hopefully they don't think of this for long and hopefully
11.
they forget it.
11 HP.
Okay, so bird is healed up and no longer injured. And I feel like this is when Arch gets here and he's like, how would Arch react to this? Wow, lots of chaos and bad stuff, and I'm not even responsible for it.
Arch is going to be trying to loot the stands. Are you kidding me?
No, what Arch... I mean, it's only been a few sessions with this character, but I feel like what Zane would do would be to try and gaslight Groggins into thinking that he's the one who cast the sleep spell. Like, just... That is how Zane plays Arch, as, like, always scamming, but, like, the most blatant scam possible.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay. Does Jasper bring the hat on MMX Alley, comforting MMX stuff being all scary?
He's probably not shaking anymore, but his tail are still tucked underneath his body and his ears are all flat. He looks very sad.
Aww.
You also notice, like, he normally has like a couple of green spots on his body, but right now he's just pitch black.
Oh god, my dog's turning green. What does that mean? What does that mean?
He's a chameleon.
Oh.
Dr. Seuss.
I will cast Goodberry and give MMX some if they are willing to eat.
Would the good berry make him not drunk anymore?
No.
Oh.
I feel like eating the superfood of all time should cure his.
Well, I mean, eating a bunch of food with alcohol does like reduce, but I don't think it would like completely.
Well,
make you so that's just
yes.
time.
Well, okay, but like
Well, hold
it
on.
doesn't-
Actually, I don't think you can eat a bunch of food after you're drunk. to
Yeah,
make
that's
it
what I was about to say, because alcohol gets into your bloodstream really fast. So you would have to like literally have like your Corona in one hand and a burger in the other, and like you'd have to like take like a bite of the burger and then sip Corona, and that's like the closest you could get.
What we need to do is make beer-infused burgers so you can just skip the middleman.
Burgers.
Wait. How much healing does MMX get from eating a good berry? Because they restore hit points, don't they?
But it's only one.
Oh. My 1 hit point restored. Okay. He does eat it. But he still looks very sad. He's probably like sadly pawing at Callie.
Yeah, and I'm just giving MMX pets. And like if MX will let me, I will like pick them up and put them in my lap.
I think he would allow that.
Okay.
With his little hat on.
Okay. And I feel like now that healed and back up, Rio, the bird lady, is going to stand up, kind of do like a curtsy and say, "Thank you for catching me and healing me. That was very scary."
Of course, yes. Yeah, no. I don't, well, I don't want to see harm come the way of people that don't deserve it. Gives
I
this
feel like-
fucking side eye to the person she shot in the leg.
I'm never going to walk again. Yeah. And I feel like Broggins just like lights a cigar and says, "Look, I know, good diner down by the docks. Want to get a bite to eat? Talk about this place somewhere less chaotic."
If the rest of my crew is fine with that, then sure, yes.
Yeah, they've got good hot
Yes.
dogs.
Oh,
Shit.
Uh,
We
sounds great.
simultaneously went to the same idea.
Yeah. No, that sounds good to me.
Okay. And so we go to a diner to recuperate and talk, and both crews are here. And also, Sai and Radio Jimmy meet you there because Radio Jimmy's become an established character. He gets his own token. Also, because he shit his pants and changed outfits. Yes.
I
And
shit his pants.
I
You
I'll
you
do it
did what?
again.
Myrna shit that guy's pants.
Oh.
how do you shit someone's pants?
It's a new D&D spell when they add it to the
Prestidigitation.
update. Yeah.
I soil his pants.
Okay.
Raw, that is how that works, and that's the worst part.
Yeah, Myrna uses command shit your pants.
But that is actually the the actual way to do like when that whole joke of like I'm going to shit your pants. That's how you do it.
If someone is constipated, can you command make them shit themselves?
Well, they'll try. For
Yeah,
the next
it's
8 hours they'll try to shit their pants.
I think command's only 1 hour. It's suggestion. That's 8.
Oh.
Oh god, 8 hours of just like being
Oh, that's
This is
awful.
8 hours as they're walking around.
The noise Casey just made is his impression of somebody trying to shit their pants, but they just can't.
Why is this what we're talking about? So you're all in the diner, you're resting, you're recovering from after battle, and Groggins is just going to be like, let's get down to brass tacks. I know from your conversation that your man Arch had down by the docks that you're here for the bird, or that you're here for Rio.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd like just politely ask you to drop those intonations. That's not a word. Intentions.
Well, I will admit, Rio being, what's the word?
Humanoid.
Humanoids
Yeah.
is not something we were made aware of.
Yeah. Collector's men found her hiding on the cloud outpost a few months back, apparently last of her species, or at least that's what he thinks. We saw her a couple nights ago when we were dropping off her fuel, and I informed Commander 4, who insisted we taps fingers on table as he thinks, insisted we liberate her. And like Rue's gonna speak up and say, I am very happy to have been set free. I do not want to be taken back. I mean, I like singing, but I did not like the cage. And Groggin's like, yeah, the collector likes things that are rare, and he isn't very nice to his possessions. Okay, time, you're drawing out the fucking hot dogs.
Like, hey, when I need them.
Okay, this is the best. Okay. So, my plan, what I've been ordered to do, is guard Rio before she can be taken back to the Citadel for her own protection. You know, Citadel's only place in the sky where the Collector's men can't get her.
Right.
I mean, this will cause some strife between cities, but Collector will get over it. Trade relations with the eastern cities are more important than one girl. The question I have is, are we going to have a problem over this?
Well, if it were just up to me, then I would say no. I don't believe that it is fair for the collector to keep someone caged like that, especially someone as intelligent as Rio. But unfortunately, the way I operate, my ship is not quite that simple. Well, frankly, will have to have a vote. I don't see my crew deciding to go through with the mission knowing what we know now, but I can't make that decision for them. So if you'll give me a moment, I will get back to you shortly.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll let you negotiate. And I love Jasper so much that you are drawing hot dogs and distributing hot dogs to friends.
I'm sorry, I got
so
distracted.
sick.
Yeah, to be fair, by the way, any of you are allowed to talk in conversations and give your thoughts on this. I just put the captains together to talk, but
I want to imagine that Jasper is throwing hot dogs in the air and MMX catching them.
oh, that's so cute.
It's like throwing
You're
marshmallows.
You're throwing it over like me and Groggins having this very serious conversation.
Yeah, and MMX is fucking catching him. He hasn't missed one.
Even
ooh.
on the fentanyl, your aim is impeccable.
Myrna is adding toppings. This is the best. This
God
is
damn
stupid.
right.
That's the best.
My hot dog. And one of the dogs fell out the bun. Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I will meet with everyone, and just say, so, given what we know now about Rio and that they're not just a bird, what do we want to do? Because I don't. My personal opinion is that absolutely the collector should not be allowed to cage and imprison this person for their own entertainment. But I will leave it up to the crew as a vote.
I'm not in favor of it.
All
It's a
right,
lot of
so
money to get it back, or to get them back, but seems pretty fucked up.
I couldn't agree more. That's 2 for no. Myrna, what about you?
Eh, yeah, it's a fucked up situation. I I don't know. I don't like the collector so much, so we could just say fuck him.
Okay. Nikolai, what about you?
I like money. I think we all do. It's normal. I don't like the fucking collector. I don't like this mission. And I know the fact is, this mission isn't something we could just do and take back. We do this mission. We can't go back from that. We're intertwined with us and it's a part of us. And I think we take that mission, and after this, we keep getting worse and worse ones. And we keep saying, well, we did that one. Why can't we do those ones? And I don't see this as a sustainable path for me as first mate or as this crew to be something worthwhile.
Well, I would just like to say that was very beautifully put, and I mean, I can ask Arch and oh my god, I'm Atlas, but
Uh-huh.
that does give us majority. If either of you have something to say, then you can to maybe sway opinion, but
Hmm. I
I
will not.
mean,
Go ahead.
oh, okay. I mean, I personally don't believe anyone should be held against their will, and especially not kept in a cage. So I'm all for forgoing this mission.
good.
Then Arch either says let her go or keep her enslaved, but I'm not deciding which of those Zane says because I don't. I'm not
Yeah.
going to.
It's such a weird thing where it's like, does he like, which is higher on his list of priorities? Pissing off the collector or money?
Definitely
Probably
pissing off the
pissing off the
collector.
collector.
He hates Shimmer.
I think that Arch would actually try to strike a deal with Rio to like produce her as a fucking music artist. Is
That's
actually what I
actually
think
so
Arch
accurate.
would do. Like, I think
Arch
Arch
can't
would
do
try.
that. You need to
Yeah.
go to someone with broadcast experience, like DJ Clam Slam. Who spoilers? I promise you will meet DJ Clam Slam eventually.
Okay, but I think that no, what Arch would do is like be the manager, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he's not the
yeah.
one producing, he's the one making connections.
And I am
Yeah.
glad that it's been like a month since this, so it's fine. I am glad that Atlas like chose let's set Rio free because just flashback to meeting with the maiden and like there's a young woman by the name of Rio who needs my blessing. Give her what all young people need more than anything else, the freedom to choose her path. And then Atlas just forget about that and like fucking put her in slavery.
That would have been pretty funny though, you're not gonna lie. Um like I'm a sucker for a good joke, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, Atlas is breaking up with another god.
No,
This is
no.
it's going to be Scott Pilgrim meets God of War by the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh god. Alice 7
Um,
evil exes and they're all gods.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god, that'd be incredible.
Yes, oh my fucking god.
Oh, shut up, you. But okay, I will go back to Goggins and say, well, we've had a vote, and with an overwhelming majority, we are not going to attempt to return Rio back to the collector. With that,
Good.
though, I will tell you that in just a few hours, the collector is going to broadcast a bounty on Rio worth roughly 30,000 gold. And that's going to be broadcasted on just about every single channel that he can get it on.
We have
We
to
can-
shut down the radio station.
We have to blow up the radio station. You know, we can wait a couple hours. We stops being our problem in a couple hours anyway. We're just keeping her here till Commander 4 arrives, and Commander 4 will take her back to the Citadel.
I see.
Arch is pretty
But-
handy with his words. Maybe he could convince the radio host to not say anything.
I mean, maybe. Till then, I mean, if you guys are in the area, I wouldn't mind an extra set of eyes, like keeping things safe.
Well, I don't see why we can't. I mean, we're not exactly prepared to leave right away, I don't believe. So, sure. Yeah, we can try and help with that.
Good. And Groggins is going to be like, just sit down and says, you know, I did some digging after meeting you guys at the Maelstrom week or two back. You know, your ship, Luna Eclipse, it was purchased 3 years ago by Commander 2 and his wife for their daughter. That's real interesting. Caliara Bardot was the ship's owner, although she wasn't captain at first. Something about not being experienced, you know. Real nice gift for just graduating. Brand new high-end airship with captain and a crew to fly it. And thing is, checked some records and said Caliara Bardot was pronounced dead 3 months ago after the ship was attacked by the Scalpelli swarm. So, question I have for you, Captain, is did you steal a dead woman's ship and name, or did you fake your death? What's that? What's going on there?
How many people here heard that?
Oh, he's not being quiet at all. I feel like most of the party would hear shit.
Everyone puts down their hot
Oh.
dog.
Listen, I worked at the Ironworks for several years. If our captain was someone special, then I would have known.
What? Okay.
Now, Callie leans in close and goes, now listen here. I will be more than happy to have this conversation with you, but not here. Okay? If you want to continue this here, then I will rip your tongue out and shove it so far up your ass that I completely lost my train of thought. Oh my god, I stuttered once and then completely forgot what I was saying.
So hold on. Finish the insult. So far off my ass, the what?
I don't remember.
Okay,
The only
so I
thing
feel
you'll be
like
able to
your
do is talk
intimidation
shit.
attempt just your intimidation. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
very good
last
from Alex
night's
that you'll be
dinner.
talking to.
Yeah.
But the-
Oh yeah.
your
No, actually,
intimidation
that is what I was going to say. Probably. I don't fucking know, but yeah. So far up your ass that
That's
you'll
just
taste last
from the
night's
dog.
dinner.
And he's like, look, I don't really care the specifics. I just want to know who it is I'm dealing with.
Well, I'll tell you that everything you said before is correct. But There is actually one thing you got incorrect. Both options you gave me are wrong. And again, Callie is speaking very quietly. I was pronounced dead, but it was not me that faked my own death. That was the work of my lovely parents.
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
Indeed, it truly does.
Yeah. And while we're talking, exchanging information, do any of you have information that you'd like to ask the Wasp 6 crew or things you want to do?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, I don't really have anything. TBH.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
comes to mind.
Yeah, you see like
NGL.
Rio like rubbing her throat around like the metal shock collar like that gets shocked her earlier and it like kind of it's sore.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Roggins, is the shock collar from you or is that from the collector?
That's Citadel made, and he pulls out this like tracker collar with like he pulls out like this little iPad thing and says, "It's a tracking collar. Make sure I know where she is at all times, and make sure she doesn't get too far away." And here, look, you can see on this little screen like where, why are there 2 dots in this diner on like my distance tracker? Like this is tracking. The other caller should be back at the ship. Why does it say it's in this diner? And he just reaches over and he presses the shock button for the backup shock collar, and that's going to be 3d8 electricity damage to MMX.
Why does MMX have a second
Why?
collar on him?
Because MMX last time went into Groggin's quarters and saw a shock collar and immediately ate it. So now there's a shock collar in MMX's belly.
Oh yeah.
That's 8 lightning damage as the shock collar in your stomach goes off.
I feel like he would immediately throw up everything he just ate. Like, I feel like, yeah, a shot collar in your belly would be puke everywhere. Like, just rainbow vomit all over the floor.
And he sees, so that's where the other color went. Jimmy, pick it up. And Jimmy starts going through the vomit. And, that raises another question. There's that and the hat. And like I said last time you guys robbed us, that the next time you robbed us, I would shoot you out of the sky. So why is my shock collar in your cat's stomach?
Now, I'm gonna look, because I know that MMX went over with Arch. So I'm going to look over at Arch. Go, now that is a very, very good question. And one that I'm also quite curious about, to be completely honest.
So you know that gif of a guy doing a peace sign and then just fading out of existence?
Yeah.
Arch does that.
He casts Ite at 9th level.
Does he have that ability? No, but he's doing it now.
With 2
Jasper
rings
would
of the
just go up
Grammarian, you
to,
can upcast Blight. Or no, only
Is
one.
Jasper gonna
wait, no.
activate my collar?
No,
I mean,
he's
it's
just gonna
on the
spray
floor
bottle.
now.
Why?
Bad dog. No eating shock collars.
I feel like MMX would hiss. MMX just hisses at you. He's not happy.
Wait, does MMX do that thing where he's going to try and eat his own vomit again?
Oh,
I don't think MMX has actually attempted to eat his own vomit before. Really
Yeah,
good question.
dogs do that.
Would
Cats
MMX
don't really do that.
Yeah, I feel
Can't
like
speak for chameleons.
Dogs
I don't know
would.
that he would.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to eat anything. because he just got shocked from inside his belly, so I don't think he wants to eat anything anytime soon. He's just been attacked by the food that he ate. For the first time, by the way, since he's eaten glass twice and got out of that completely unscathed.
Maybe this will make MMX
This is
stop
the
eating
first
everything.
time his actions had consequences. Oh, absolutely not. He will continue to eat everything. But yeah, no, he's just he looks very sad and puke covered.
Yeah, that's. I feel like your crew's got its own problems.
I like Callie is like rubbing her temples at this point. Yes. He is like kind of gestures to MMX. He's very young and I'm still in the process of training him. Speaking of which though, I actually do have a question for you. Do you know who that person was who claimed that they were the rightful owners of MMX over there?
I have no goddamn clue.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I apologize for his antics. Again, he is I am still very much so in the process of training him. I've only had him for like I don't know. What has it been, like a week?
I could calculate the exact distance, but it's been like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. I've really only had him for a couple of weeks, so I haven't had much opportunity and well, I mean, I guess based on his actions, whoever had him before did not do a very good job at training him.
Oh
Okay, it
no,
has been
MMX
17
is
days.
very well trained.
Wait, you say ring of spray bottle. You have that. You have a water bottle for spraying.
Yeah,
Stop
but
that.
no,
Water
that's
bottle? I thought it was a ring.
no. He's saying if
bottle.
Zane was here, he'd use it on Zane.
Unfortunately, Zane eyed it out. Okay. Do any of you have questions or things you want to do or things you want to say to NPCs?
I give Bird Lady a hot dog.
Oh, thank you very much. You are an adorable little creature who. There are so many sights in this world, so many things, beauty beyond number. It will. I wish I could see more of them. And anyone else have things they want to do before we end this scene and move to things happening elsewhere?
Where are you guys headed next? It might be useful to stay in some contact.
Groggins
Some
is good.
sort.
We're going back to the ship and we're hunkering down till Commander 4 comes here. And like you see Rio kind of like pout at that, like, but Commander Groggins, you said you would let me go to the concert tonight, this beautiful concert. And it's like, nope, look, it's not safe. They said there would be people there looking for you, maybe. But please, just one last thing before I get placed in the Citadel for the foreseeable future, please. And he doesn't want, but she wants to. And do you want to mediate this conversation or interject in any way?
Yeah, actually, I kind of do. I'm just gonna go to Grogan's go. And if I may ask, why exactly is Citadel so interested in Rio?
Not my job to ask. Commander 4 said he wanted us to bring her back, so that's what I'm doing.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, you can insight check. What is this, guys?
22.
Oh god, that's a 10. He's like, ooh, he might be holding some stuff back.
Okay.
Yeah, he's holding back. Like, I mean, he's being honest, but he's being cheeky about it. He's like, I don't
Yeah.
know why Commander 4 wants her, but he has guesses.
Well, I guess completely what do you people in the military like to say? Off the record, what do you have any guesses as to why he may be interested?
I am not at liberty to give guesses. It is
I
not my
see.
place. Yeah, and then I just feel like Sai is finally going to speak up after being like sitting there wearing sunglasses, worst hangover of her life. Why'd she do a drinking contest? And it's like, hey boss, isn't it because he wants to marry her? And like just Groggins glares at his lieutenant and he says, again, I don't know any specifics. It's not my job to know any specifics.
And Rio, are you at all interested in marrying this man who I presume you've never met?
I I I don't want to go back to the collector, is my answer to that. And they have there is no place besides Citadel where he cannot get me. I I will I can look, I can accept my lot in light and deal with this. I just want this one thing. I just want to see the concert tonight and this festival. That is all I need. Please give me this kindness before I am returned to captivity.
Now, Goggins,
I
to
think
me,
MMX would pot Callie and then pot Rio.
yeah. To me, it sounds like you're almost no better than the collector. You're taking a prisoner from one place and bringing them to another jail cell.
It won't be a fucking jail cell. She'll have free reign of moving about the Citadel. Better than a cage.
Well, better than the cage she was in, but if she can't leave Citadel, then she's still in a cage.
I don't look, we don't even know what Commander 4 wants with her. It's not I don't want speculation. I'm just doing my job, man.
I understand that, but sometimes a soldier should question orders. Because sometimes the orders have ill intent, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, if that's the case, then don't you think this is, potentially an order that might deserve a bit more scrutiny?
You know what? It's getting late. Girl said she wants to go to the concert. Why don't we head on down there and have this conversation later?
Okay. If
Yeah.
if you insist.
Good, good. And I feel like canonically that's like the tense line that we end the scene on. But I feel like we just because Zane just got here, we just insert a little flashback to before Zane ided out of existence. That Zane, hi Zane, what's up?
Hello,
Yeah.
Zane.
Hello, Zane.
The
Yeah,
consequences of your actions have finally
you
caught
were-
up with you.
Callie and Groggins were like, hey, why was my ship robbed by your cat? And glance at Arch, and what's Arch's response to stuff?
Pocket Sam.
Okay, good. So you did what I said you would do. Good, good. Also, we had like the party vote on something, and your vote didn't matter because it was
Oh,
unanimous other than you while you weren't here. But is Arch pro putting people in slavery for the collector or not?
No.
I thought so. Not
Arch-
even
that
for a
would
bunch
be-
of money.
That would be the fucking last thing. You fucking know his backstory. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes, I know that you got trauma.
Well, I
That's
mean,
what you missed.
that's what we said, but then we came to the question of which is more important to Arch, fucking over the collector or money?
Okay. And
Yeah,
so
he's a businessman, which means he has his limits.
Okay,
A
but
certain
like,
amount of money can break it.
okay, fair enough. Yeah.
The collector would never give that amount of money that he would need to break something like slavery.
Yeah, and then another rumor that we got is that the whole reason they captured the bird is because Goggins' commander wants to marry it.
Okay, I'm
Marry
fine with
her.
that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I had a feeling.
Look, is everyone an asshole? But the point is, you're all going to this nice concert late at night, and it's gonna be fun. And as you're walking there, I feel like I want it to be Atlas. I have it Atlas in my notes that Rios talks to, but also Callie is the one who caught and healed her.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm never here for session, by the way, do remember I have a plus 12 to stealth. Pretty much fuck everyone, you'll never find me.
Yeah, that's what we assume, that you just eyed it out of existence.
Like, my stealth and acrobatics just make me a legitimate assassin.
Yeah, but as you are all walking to this concert, Rio is going to go up to Atlas and whisper, "Can I confess something to you? You're
But
I am
Atlas
very-
or Callie?
Tell you what, I will roll a die to see who gets asked for help.
Okay.
Who gets asked for help?
Because I did also like say that she's effectively going back into a cage,
Let
and
it be
I wasn't being quiet
MMX.
about that.
No.
Callie has stolen the plot from Atlas. Oh,
I'm
you
sorry,
master.
Crow, but also it makes more sense.
That's fair.
Okay, I rolled and you got it. And like Rio's going to walk as you're walking there and say, Captain Bardot,
Yes.
can I confess something to you?
Of course, yes.
I am very scared right now. Is what they say true, that there is no safe place for me besides the Citadel and marriage to Commander 4?
Well, I can confirm that Citadel is probably the safest place, but I don't think I'd say it's the only safe place. There are plenty of places here that can keep you safe. I think the Citadel is the only place truly where you would be able to stay in one place and be okay. But that being said, if you're constantly moving, say on a ship, then you're going to be very difficult to pin down.
Okay, in that case, can you... During the concert, this is the real reason I wanted to go to the concert. While the captain is distracted by the music, can you find a way to get this collar off me? Or maybe not you, he might be watching you, but someone get this collar off me.
Well, I'll like carefully pull one of my thieves' tools out of my pocket. I do happen to have some experience with this sort of thing. I can get it off for you. Either me or Arch, the otter fellow. One of us would be best at that, but yes, and if you'd like, I think we absolutely could get you out of here unnoticed.
Thank you. Thank you. And so you all arrive at the concert at the Shrine of the Maiden. There's hundreds of people here, not hundreds of tokens, because that is too many tokens. But there's a whole big crowd here at the Shrine of the Maiden, and out walking to the front of the stage as you're sat down, ready for the concert to begin, is this man who... He's a very strange man. You've never seen anything like it. He looks like a clam with like legs and arms, and like the clam head opens up and you see there's a pearl inside covered in sunglasses. And he says, Good evening, everyone. How's it going? I'm everyone's favorite radio host, DJ Clam Slam, now physically appearing. Does we get cheers and audience enjoying? How have you all been liking the Festival of Lights so far?
Hot dog!
I like that guy who said hot dog. I like him. DJ Clam Slam. Anyway, I'd like to give a warm welcome to tonight's main performer who just flew in from Cyrenus, Miss May. And he steps aside and you watch as this Yuan Tea woman with blue skin playing a lute is going to step out of the shadows and walk to the front of the stage to perform. And Atlas, as this woman walks on stage, you swear you see her wink at you.
I'm just going to casually hold up my hand and point at my wedding ring and kind of give her like no.
I really thought that you were just gonna be like, I hold up my hand and give him a solid thumbs up.
Okay.
That works too.
Okay. And Miss May she starts strumming on her lute and singing this beautiful, beautiful song. It's in snake language, though, so I don't have to say the lyrics because none of you but Atlas understand it. This beautiful song about the maiden and setting people free. And Nikki in the Discord is saying that MMX is robbing people at the concert. Just give me a sleight of hand check.
He specifically, well, actually, he'll eat anything, so anything is food to him.
God, you're a chaos gremlin.
He's
Also,
like 5 years old. Oh no. I got a 10.
5-year-olds don't pickpocket people normally.
Here's the thing. I got a 10. But
this 5-year-old would take candy from a baby, though.
everyone's distracted by the concert. Come on.
Yeah. I'm going to say with the 10, you don't steal anything. And Miss May, she just sings this beautiful song. And as she sings it, it's like entrancing. You can't step away. You can't see anything. You can barely take your eyes. And like this glowing rainbow smoke spreads through the arena as she's singing it. And could everyone but Atlas give me a wisdom saving throw?
Also for Callie, Jasper, and Atlas, for the next 6 hours, all 4 of us are psychically linked, and we can talk to each other within a mile distance of each other.
Oh, cool.
Mentally, anytime we want.
So then, yeah,
okay.
I'm going to ask them, what? Rio approached me. She does not like her fate in Citadel. What do you guys think about getting her out of here?
Personally, I'm all for freeing her. I just don't know how we'd go about it.
I mean,
Well,
now
It's
would
getting
be the
pretty
best
crowded.
time.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think we let the concert go on a little longer. I happen to have a spell quite useful for this situation. Pass without trace.
Oh,
I
perfect.
could very easily make a getaway with Rio.
Hey, since otters can close their ears underwater so they don't get anything and they can stop sound from coming in, can I do that?
This is super magic. Like this is like very powerful magic stuff. It's not the song that is entrancing people.
Also, you said wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom save.
17.
You pass. MMX fails with a 7. Jasper passes with a 20. What did Nikolai get?
Nat 1.
Nikolai is trans. MMX is trans. What is Arch gonna get? And what's Myrna gonna get?
Second, I get a +2, and I
He said
also
trans, but for a second it sounded like trans, as we just got hit with the trans ray from the
God!
Trans.
It is today is
Girl,
like the big
MMA.
Pride Day in Chicago. Well, actually, all everywhere.
Yeah, that makes
that's
sense. The last
a
Pride month.
that's
Yeah.
a 16 total.
That's
Wisdom
not
save?
for Arch. What was it for Monty?
On wisdom saves, or what was it?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wait, so remind me, who's psychically linked again?
Nat 20.
Atlas, Jasper, Callie, and Arch.
Okay.
Okay.
It's everybody
So,
but Monty,
and-
Myrna, Nikolai, and MMX.
Well, I'm gonna use message
again,
on Myrna and Nikolai to fill them in on our plan.
okay. And you've informed them before the music starts and the singer, like this enchanting music, and everyone but Myrna, Atlas, Jasper, and Callie, so that is Arch, Nikolai, and MMX are unable to do anything. No one else is able to do anything except for Myrna, Atlas, Jasper, and Callie. All of the Citadel dudes. All of the Citadel dudes are just like standing starstruck. All the people in the crowd are standing there. What would you like to do?
Well, so we can I can visibly see the people in Citadel are like starstruck by this, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Then I'm going to walk up to Rio and just kind of nod my head towards the exit.
Oh, she is also entranced.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, actually, while she's entranced, I'm gonna try and break the collar on her. Or pick
How are
it.
you going about that?
I have... Oh, wait, no, I don't have thieves' tools. I have cartographer's tools. Fuck.
Okay, so you try and make a map really hard on this.
Yeah,
Like-
no, well,
Hey, dude, Jasper?
Arch, you have thieves' tools, don't you?
Arch is,
Yeah, but-
Arch is just standing there on
Oh, you're
Apparently-
tranced!
Apparently a 16 was not
Trans.
enough. Yeah.
17 DC.
Yeah, if you
Okay,
want to try and
Jasper's
break it.
will-
attempt.
I
Because
will use
Callie
my
tried to map
carpenter's
make it.
tools to try to find like the weak hinges.
What type of tools?
Carpenter's tools, and I'll use my. Could I use my knowledge to try to find the?
Yeah,
the
try
weak
and
points
give
of
me a
hinges?
carpentry roll on this.
I mixed up because I have thieves' can't, and I mixed that up with having thieves' tools.
Okay, Jasper, I feel like with that really good carpentry roll, you managed to break the collar off.
Cool.
You only have and you get a sense you don't have long before this trance
Alright.
ends. If any of you else want to try things,
Jasper, here, I'll take it from here, I guess. Or, well, actually,
I'll
might
pick
be.
up Nikolai and Arch and get out of here.
Yeah, I
This,
agree.
this is all in our heads too, by the way.
What
We're
about the
stepping away.
baby?
We don't
Oh,
need to
shit.
talk out loud.
Well, I imagine you're still on my retractable leash, so I can just press button and you get dragged straight back to me.
That's so fucked up. My paw pads are gonna be all fucked up.
Oh, I'm not gonna it's okay. Yeah, no, I'll pick up MMX and then I'll is it possible for me to slowly guide Rio out, or are they completely stun locked?
I feel like you can kind of drag her, but
Okay,
this
then
might
yeah.
not. Okay, so you guys are leading her. To
Yes.
The
And I
stairs, you're
cast
dragging.
pass
MMX
without
Nikolai.
trace.
Okay, and you cast pass without trace. Does that have to be a willing creature? Just out of curiosity.
Just a select
Each creature I choose.
So you can just make someone So you can just like point at someone and like, now your kid isn't gonna see that you're in the audience at his piano recital because I use the magic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So everyone within this, I don't know if you guys can see the radius, but
Oh my God, you are making. No, don't make Radar Jimmy invisible.
no, it's everyone I choose, so it's just a party.
Good, good. So the party's got this pass without trace looking. And as you've just cast this, then the song is going to end and people start to come back to their senses as this glowing mist is going away. And then just this woman who played this music, there's a flash of light and she is gone. And DJ Clam Slam comes back on stage and is like, whoa, that was weird. Anyway, sorry to interrupt this show with an advertisement, but the radio station received a huge donation from the collector to read this off. Says here, one of the collector's songbirds, a tourmaline macaw, has been stolen by the Wasp 6 crew out of Citadel. The collector suspects that the bird is somewhere in Disco City. If you can manage to get the bird and take her back to the collector, he is willing to offer a whopping 30,000 gold. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Time to take our leave.
Yeah, and just like bunch of people are just like looking around desperately, and like I feel like this will be our
Maybe
cliff.
as we're running along, I'm just like correcting people, like walking and stuff, just like giving them help action of that's how you sneak, step lighter, and start smacking people like the back of their legs and
Yeah.
just
Sorry,
going along.
I feel like
my armor is heavy.
Hey, who the fuck is this?
oh god, you're too stealthy to see each other. And I feel like we have established. I say I feel like too much, but we have established that Rio is, pardon the pun, flighty and like tries to run. I feel like as soon as she like hears this, she is going to try and fly away. Like just straight up try and fly and get out of here.
Rio,
And
stay with me. I promise.
and she's just panicking and she's trying to fly
Can
away.
I like
and
try
as-
and grab her leg?
I don't know. Come on, just let her fly away, and it's
No.
fine. No,
I'm gonna climb up Callie's body and then climb up onto Rio's shoulder and be like, "Hey, we're really trying to help you. If you go now, then you're gonna be in. It's gonna be much worse. There's gonna be far more people chasing you. You'll be out there alone. You won't have any help.
okay.
Come on."
Okay. As you're like trying to talk to her, she's like, okay, and she's gonna try and fly back. And as that is happening, what are cliffhangers you see just from off screen, like just a harpoon fires out and it shoots her and it hits her in the wing and she screams as you look up and you see this big black Fort Windhob Zeppelin that is flying in over this concert. And we will deal with that next time.
Okay, but what about any stealth checks from us?
I don't.
It's
We
pass
weren't
without a
making
tr-
stealth checks right
Because
now.
pass without a trace, like straight up makes us just incredibly hard to see and like be noticed. Like our presence actually disappears.
Yeah,
That's like the whole
I
point
think
of
Rio
it.
might have flown out of the.
No,
It's a
because
30-foot radius, which means if she's 30 feet, as long as she's still within 30 feet of me, even vertically, it still applies.
yeah, and even if you're making noise and stuff, it still affects you.
Yeah. And so we end with you see this harpoon hits Rio and she just screams as this Zeppelin is flying above, and you see it start to repel and try and drag her in. As next time we're gonna have consequences.